Hello, Expat family. I'm Zema Lopez. I'm the tour leader from Latin Tours, Latin American Tours, here in Expat Explore. And today we're going to have a webinar, and we're going to talk about why South America, or tours, the main differences, itinerary, optionals, myth bustings, questions and answers, tips and advice, and testimonials. Okay? So let's press play on Real Travel and start this. Why Latin America? Well, let's start with the weather. The weather is sunny most of the time, okay? You do have mountains when you go to Peru, but most of the tours, they're sunny beaches, beautiful blue skies with the coconut water. The second reason, culture. We are very rich in culture. You can see from the Andes to the Incas to the parties on the street and everything. And this takes to the food. We have an amazing food. We do eat a lot, mostly beef, but we also have like quinoa, potatoes. Do you know potatoes come from Peru? Yes, we don't. So we have a lot of different diversity of food and customs and eating the food as well. Okay. The fourth one I give it to you is history. We're big in history. Come on, Incas. Okay, you're going to the Inca Trail. We have the Portuguese history. We have African history. It's a very good mix. The fifth one, nature. I don't have to say about it. Everybody knows South America, Latin America for the nature. Costa Rica, beautiful. Brazil, beautiful. Panama, beautiful. Everywhere you can see a lot of nature. Birds, pumas, dogs, cats, reptiles, everything. And last but not least, dancing. We're gonna see a lot of party there. That's for sure. Okay. So I'm going now for the tour options. Two options. From next year, we have four options. We have Brazil Iguazu highlights, Brazil Iguazu Argentina delights, Sacred Peru, Panama and Costa Rica escape. Okay, those are the four ones we have at the moment, and you guys can join anytime. Just look at the website and you see the dates you have. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Brazil Iguazu and Argentina delights for 13 days. Okay, we start the tour in Rio de Janeiro, 3 days, and then you go to Paraty. Paraty is a colonial town. It's amazing. Okay, there you go to São Paulo, it's the biggest capital, the biggest city in Brazil, and the biggest city in the South Hemisphere. Also, and then you fly to Iguazu Falls. For 3 days, you're gonna see one of the wonders of the world, natural wonders of the world, Iguazu Falls, and then you fly to Buenos Aires and finish, all in 13 days. Okay. The second one I'm going to talk about is Panama and Costa Rica escape, 12 days. We start in Panama City, which is a very nice city. You're going to see the Panama Canal. You're going to eat a lot, see a lot of things. Then you're going to fly and take a boat to the island called Bocas del Toro. It's beautiful. If I was really Google it right now, Bocas del Toro is one of the beautiful beaches in the world. Okay, you're going to see the Starfish Beach. You can scuba dive. You can spend a day on the beach, boat tours. Everything is fine. And then you cross borders to Costa Rica, and then you're going to La Fortuna, Arenal, where you're going to see volcanoes, rafting, rappel, and a lot of adventurous things. And then from there, we drive to Monteverde. Monteverde is a cloud forest. Amazing. That's the biggest zip line in the world there. You can see, you can do some coffee tours, which is one of the best coffees in the world. And in the end, at the beach, Jaco. Surfing lessons, hang out at the beach, coconut water. Amazing. Okay, that's in Panama and Costa Rica straight 12 days. And then the third option, Sacred Peru, 11 days. Okay, that's the highlight we have is Lima, the capital. We arrive there, we're gonna spend day, nice cuisine. Lima is very well known for the fusion food. We have like Asian Peruvian, we have Arab Peruvian. It's very good experience. From there, we're going to Arequipa, where you're gonna see very nice cities. It's not a small town, but very good. From there, going to Puno, where we go to the Urus Island, the floating islands. Okay, we're gonna talk about those islands later. And then we finish in Sacred Valley. Sacred Valley is where Machu Picchu is. So it's one of the optional tours. And here's an advice: buy in advance because it's always get full. Okay, so now we're going for the optional tours. Okay, so I'm going to start the optional tours coming from Brazil all the way up to Peru, again Costa Rica and Panama. Okay, so let's do it. In Brazil, have the optional, which is the Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf don't get mistake. Because a lot of people they get mistake with Christ and Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf is the cable car. Okay, Christ doesn't have a cable car. Christ will go by train. Sugarloaf, you take a cable car. You have the beautiful view of the Rio Copacabana beach downtown. It's a very nice day, and finish with to visit the Samba school where you can see all the costumes and listen to the samba. The second option is the Jeep tour. It's in Paraty. We're gonna take a 4x4 to see like the distillery where they make cachaça, they drink from Brazil. Where we're gonna see like waterfalls, rivers. There's a natural toboggan waterfall. We can slide on the rock. Spend a very good day swimming and trying cachaça, yeah, and tasting cachaça. Okay, the third option we have is Paraguay. Yes, on the Argentina tour, we have the option to go to visit Paraguay. It's another country, which is nice. We're gonna see a very how different they are from Argentina and Brazil, and we spend the day there. They see the dam, one of the biggest water dam in the world, and it's very good. It's totally worth it to do it. Okay. Then we have the third day, which we go to the Argentinian side of the falls. Why? Because the Iguazu Falls is three borders, right? Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. Argentina side is divided between Brazil and Argentina, the Iguazu Falls. So from the Brazilian side, you can see overview the falls. You can see the falls in front of you. It's beautiful, beautiful. And from Argentina side, you see on the falls. So we're gonna walk on the top of the falls and have a pleasant day. You can do a boat tour if you want as well. It's a very nice day. It's a very long day. Then we're in Buenos Aires to have the tango show. Tango show includes a dinner, which is amazing. So you're gonna see tango. You're gonna have the main course. You're gonna have wine, Argentina wine. For those who like wine, Argentina wine, Malbec is the best one. Okay, you're gonna have a pleasant evening with tango show and amazing dinner. And then after that, we're going to the Peru options. We have the Uro Islands. Uro's Islands, they are the float islands you see on TV. We're gonna see how you see here on the pictures where you can visit a local community and see how they build the island, how they do with the boats and everything. Okay, so the whole is a half day tour. After that is the cherry top that everybody's always asking about it, Machu Picchu. Okay, Machu Picchu, you're gonna drive, you're gonna get a bus, a train, and a bus. Yeah, you're not gonna hike, so it's very doable. Okay, so you can easy do with no problem. It is one of the last days of the Peru trip, and it's totally worth it, but it's limited. So you need, if you want to do this trip, make sure you book it in advance, the Machu Picchu. The other one is Nazca lines. Nazca lines is those lines you can see on the plane. So you're going in the plane, you fly, and you're gonna see the monkey, the spiders. Yes, it's for those who have motion sickness. It's a bit complicated, but it's also totally worth it. You're gonna see how the lines. We're gonna see the lines from the top. Cool. And then you're going to Panama. We have the boat tour to the islands. It's beautiful. We're going to the Starfish Islands, as I said before. We're gonna spend a day eating fruit, stopping on beach and beach, and have a very, very relaxing day. After the boat tour, you're gonna do an option for rafting, still in the water, but a bit more adventurous. Okay, the rafting in Arenal or in La Fortuna is the level 4, 3, 4, depends on the level of the water. Okay, but it's totally safe. You have professional guides with us all the time. It takes a whole day. After that, in Montevideo, you have the zip lining. Where you can get this? It's one of the biggest zip line in the world. We're going on, I think you have rappel and zip line, like 4.6 kilometers. It's amazing. You can do the Superman where you're going to touch the body and going to the head first. And it's a fun day and a whole day as well. For our relaxed activity, we have the coffee tour where you're going to taste the coffee, see how they collect the coffee, how they produce everything. One of the best coffees in the world. Okay. Then from there, we have the Manuel Antonio National Park. It's a reserve in Costa Rica where you can see a lot of monkeys, raccoons, a lot of type of fish. We can take a fishing trip. We can just relax one of the most beautiful beaches in the world as well. Or you can just take a surf lesson. Why not surf lesson? They also offer that in Jaco. So you can take the half day tour and you can learn like how to surf very quickly. Okay? TPs and advice. Okay, so let's start. It's all about the money. Let's say we start about money and currency exchange. Okay, currency. We're going to face 5 currencies. In Brazil, real. Argentina pesos. In Peru, soles. In Panama, balboa or dollars. In Costa Rica, you have colones. So have five different currencies. Exchange rates different for each for all of them. But I would say that U.S. dollars they are accepted. But for example, in Brazil, all the tourists can pay in US. But restaurants, drinking, taxi, you have to pay in real. We cannot withdraw dollars in Brazil, and they do accept in few restaurants, but they do their own rate, which will be very bad for you. Okay, so the tour leader is going to tell you when use dollars or not. But keep in mind, all this the tours you have to pay in dollars, the optional tours. Okay, but for example, in Buenos Aires, you can cash out dollars. You can pay in dollars with no problem. We're gonna see in the menu like the Argentinian pesos and the dollar price. In Peru as well, the same. You can use, but in Peru there's a big thing because they if you give them dollars, they give you back in soles. So might not be a good idea. Okay. In Panama, it's 1 to 1. So they accept dollars. Dollar is the main currency. They use more dollars than Balboa. You might get coins in Balboa, but always dollars. So no problem. In Costa Rica, they do accept dollars everywhere, and they give you dollars in colones. So this might give you back in colones if you need change. But it's pretty safe. We can withdraw dollars in most of the places except Brazil. But all of these countries has one thing when it comes to money exchange. They don't accept damage notes. Cannot like nothing written, no ripped, no scratch. Damage notes they won't exchange for you. So beware of that. If you come to when you come from one of these trips, bring very brand new notes if you can have it. Okay. And then when you're gonna exchange, the tour leader, me, I'm always gonna tell you where to exchange, the best rates and the best place. Sometimes they're in hotels, sometimes even with a tour leader when they have most of a lot of local money, and sometimes with the exchange house or with our trust. Good, good. Credit cards acceptable everywhere. You guys need to see the fee that they charge from your bank. So and the conversion rate as well is very. You need to always check that. But everywhere they accept for streets like street food, street markets is better if you buy in cash. ATMs, all the places that have ATM, and as I said before, Brazil is the only place you cannot cash out in dollar. All the other places you can cash out, withdraw with dollar. Cool. The tourist is always going to tell you which one is the safe ATMs to use. Tipping is very frequently used. Normally it's 10 to 15%. In Brazil, every restaurant you go is already included in the bill. You're gonna see the check, and then in the end, plus 10%. You should tip. In Peru, Costa Rica as well. A lot of people depend on the tipping. The waiters especially. Taxi drivers, no need to tip. But waiters, drivers, local guides, you can tip with no problem. Okay, so let's go for myth busting. Okay, Rio is dangerous. Well, Rio is like any big capital. Okay, so yes, you need to be aware of. You need to watch your bag. Don't wear shiny things because there's a lot of tourists in the city. So normally the smugglers they see a tourist they think you are very rich. So even if you wear like the real ring, it's like I don't know $1. They will think it costs more than that, and they try to rob. And that's what the problem. And I always say like Rio is not that dangerous as people think. And the problem is when they realize that they relax too much. The problem is when you put your guard down too much. Is always be aware, always walk in group. No problem to walk in the night. Just be aware, and you'll be fine. Okay. Every Brazilian knows how to samba and play football. Yes, it's right. All of us. Well, I'm joking. No, not every Brazilian knows how to samba and play football. I'm terrible at football, but I can dance samba. So it's half and half. But no, not everybody does that. Brazil is very big, so it's different cultural things. Okay. It never rains in Latin America. Remember saying like it's rainforest, so you can get this rainforest. So it rains, especially in Brazil when you have the all winter rains more than actually it's cold, and during the summer we have a lot of like summer rains as well. In Peru, for example, they close Machu Picchu for the rain season as well, which is February. Costa Rica rains sometimes, Panama as well. So normal is normal, always rain. Spanish and Portuguese are the same. Well, as Brazil is the only place that don't speak Spanish in this in our tours, no, they are not the same. I have to speak Spanish in Spanish they change in every country. So it's a slang and a different way of saying for each country. So it's not the same. You can get by if you know Spanish, especially if you read. But for example, the Brazilians they don't like when you think that we speak Spanish. That could be people will get very offended. So be aware that in Brazil we say thank you as obrigado, and in Spanish is gracias. There's a meaning is a very difference there. Okay, monkeys everywhere. Not everywhere, but you do see monkeys, little monkeys, but it's not everywhere. And they don't steal things. Don't go by the cartoon rule. They don't steal things. They always in the trees. If you go to the Christ, when you go to the Christ, you might see one. In Manuel Antonio, there's loads of monkeys in Manuel Antonio because you're going to a natural reserve, but it's not everywhere. Uh, you will get malaria. No, you won't get malaria. There's no case in Brazil since the 70s, I think. So there's that case that people who travel to malaria areas and arrive in Brazil, but no, we don't take malaria pills. We don't. We me myself, I never met anyone. I've been doing this for over 15 years. I never met someone who actually got malaria. But yellow fever is good for you guys to get the shot. Actually, it's necessary if you guys want yellow fever. Good to know. In the stores, I will tell you what is good to know. Internal flights. We do have few flights on the tours. Okay, so each tour has either one or two internal flights. So everybody has took a flight before, so you know or to bring the carry on. No, you and you need to check when you book the trip because I believe now that is permit 15 kilos only. Okay, vaccine cards. Local authorities are currently still asking for the vaccine cards. It's, I hope you change, but I think like for Brazil, if you have the three shots, you just need to prove your vaccination card. Peru is the same, Costa Rica is the same. As I said before, the yellow fever vaccine is very good for you guys to look into it. You need it. Okay. Check-in. Most of the hotels, the check-in is from 3 p.m. So when you arrive earlier, we leave your bags. I will tell guys tomorrow we're gonna arrive before, so we're gonna leave your bags at the hotel and do our city tour or walking tour or whatever we have planned for the day. Weather is very hot and humid in the summer, and except Peru, it's a bit cold, but it's good for sunblock, hat, drink a lot of water, and stay hydrated. Okay, what to bring? Sunglasses, swimsuit, warm jacket, rain jacket, sunblock, and mosquito repellent. We do have loads of mosquitoes, especially Panama and Costa Rica. So beware of that. Okay, questions and answer. Okay, I have one here. How much walking is involving in Machu Picchu? Well, it's doable. It's not very hard. Okay, so but you're gonna see some steps. Like Machu Picchu has 3,000 steps in total. So you're gonna do a lot of up and then a lot of down. It's doable. Some people they need to stop for a while to have some breath, but you have the whole day just to see Machu Picchu, so you don't have problem. Take your time. It's doable. Okay, but would involve a little bit of walking. Yes. Okay. So let's see the next one. What's the best way to get from the airport to the start hotel? Well, if you don't speak Spanish, the best way is to book a transfer with us. We in Latin America, you don't have like we have guys have in Europe or in the United States that can take a train from the airport to the center. We don't have this. Normally involves a lot of different type of transportations, and some taxi drivers they're not trustful, especially big centers like Rio or in Lima. It's the best way is to order a transfer with Expat. Expat will keep you safe. Okay. Are there ways to manage altitude sickness? Yes, they are. You can chew coca leaf. You can drink the tea. Actually, every hotel in Peru they have for free tea, coca tea. Okay, so you can have the oil, the leaves. You can put the leaves. You can chew the leaves. Gatorade, a lot of hydration, and avoid alcohol. Okay. What standard of accommodation can I expect? Uh, People who say that's very good standard. They're three stars, two, 3 stars, but very good. And we so far had no complaints about the accommodation. Yeah, so guys can be very nice hotels. Most of them they have safe in the room. They have very clean places. Some of them they have pools, rooftops, so guys can relax in hotel if you desire as well. Do I need any vaccinations? Yes, yellow fever is good to take, but not because we ask, it's because your country might ask when you come back. As I say, like we don't have a case over years, but it's always good to have. I have mine every time I travel. I bring mine with no problem. I've been asked twice, but just look at it and that's it. So it'll be fine. Okay. What size is a typical tour group? Well, normally before COVID, we had 40 people, like 35 to 40 people. Okay, we just had two recent ones, and they came with eight. It's a very small group for Expat, but normally it's like 30 to 35, 40 for on a bus. Cool. One thing you guys need to know: the Latin tours they're very different from European tours. We don't. The main difference is we don't have our own bus, so we have different buses. We do take a few times public transportations, and you have some flights as well. Okay, so we're not gonna have the same driver for all the tour, and you're gonna have local guides along the tours as well. So you guys will be very protected and well informed. Don't worry, the tour leader me will be always telling you when or not to leave the stuff or things on the bus. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, but keep in mind that we don't have our own bus, we don't have our own driver, we have local guides as well. We change every place you go, and you have free flights. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Instagram, or you can contact us on the website, write an email. Feel free to ask. I hope you like that, and come and join us on a tour. Let's pray on real travel.